Dr. NGR Educational and Research Institute, University, Madurai, Chennai.
It's a great day, I'm feeling good. Oh, the possibilities of what I could, do with the world at my fingertips. My imagination brings a smile up to my lips. Oh, fascinated, I'm moving fast. Oh, I'm optimistic as the days go past. Oh, opportunity is here for me, so come along and take a look, because I want you to see. The world is yours, look a little bit closer. If you want it, come and get it. You can take it over, you can make your tomorrows what you want them to be. You got the power in your hands to shape your history. We're going up, 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 and up, up, up. We're going up, 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 and up, up, up. We're going up.
Good evening, everyone. A very warm welcome to one and all present here for this international webinar. Thank you for joining us for today's webinar. I'm Ms. Nadine Kuti, Teaching Assistant at Dr. MGR Education and Research Institute. Dr. MGR Education and Research Institute is one of the leading institutions in Tamil Nadu. Today's webinar is on the topic fashion branding. And today's topic is presented by Ms. Vandana, founder, CEO, Evanna Fashion House, Singapore. Now, I welcome upon Mrs. Mahmuda Begum, Head of the Fashion Design Department, to announce the welcome address.
Thank you, Ms. Nandini Kuti. Good evening to one and all present here. I feel honored to welcome the gathering for this international webinar on the topic fashion branding. On this account of this event, I take great pride to welcome our founder Chancellor A.C. Shanmugam and our beloved President Engineer A.C.S. Arun Kumar for the encouragement and motivation in organizing this webinar. I heartily welcome our Vice President Dr. M.K. Padmanabhan and our Vice Chancellor Dr. S. Geeta Lakshmi for their support. I would also like to welcome our eminent Pro Vice Chancellor Dr. Ravichandran, our Provost Dr. G. Gopalakrishnan and our Registrar Dr. C.V. Paranivedu. I would also like to render a warm welcome to our Joint Registrar HNS Dr. Malini Pandey. I am delighted to welcome our Joint Registrar Dr. S. Ramalingam, our Dean S. Manivannan and our Deputy Dean Dr. V. N. Rajavarman for their motivation and support for conducting this international webinar. I would also like to welcome Mr. Nadeem, Director Institute of Design, and all the heads and staff members of our institution. My heartiest welcome to the resource person for today's webinar, Ms. Vandana, Founder, CEO of Evanna Fashion House, Singapore. We welcome you, ma'am. On behalf of the Department of Fashion Design, Adiyalampattu Phase 2 campus, I would like to welcome my beloved participants from various parts of the world who have joined today for this webinar. I hope everyone will have a great knowledge about fashion branding at the end of the session. Dear participants, an announcement regarding the feedback link, which will be provided at the end of this session. You can post your queries in the chat box and it will be clarified during the questionnaire session. I welcome you all once again for this webinar and hope that you will have a great time ahead. Thank you one and all.
It was indeed a very pleasing addressing given by you, ma'am. Now, I welcome upon Mr. Nadeem, Director of IOD, Chennai, to introduce about our chief guest.
Good evening, one and all. Okay, I'm very honored to introduce a good friend of mine, Ms. Vandana Evanna, the founder and the fashion designer of Evanna Fashion House. She is based out of Singapore and she's been recognized as the wonderful lady in the fashion field. And right now, she's expertise in fashion merchandising, designing. And I'm happy to inform you that she is the Asian Lady of Excellence Award winner and Asia Pacific Golden Brand Award winner for her responsible in getting the Indian fashion and international fashion and bohemian fashion jewelry, and plus she is into a lot of eco fashion brands. She has been launched a company in 2011. She has participated in various trade shows and fashion shows all over the world, and she has been a part of Miami Fashion Week, Mercedes Fashion Week in Australia, and World Fashion Week in Malaysia, and Asian Lifestyle and Fashion Week in Singapore, and plus our Indian Jaipur Couture show. She's been interviewed by various news TV channels, newspapers, articles, and magazines, and she's been a motivation for a lot of fashion designers in India and abroad. And basically, she's based out of Singapore, and she's well versed in the Asian fashion also. And right now, had been authored a book called Mode La Fashion and Style Icon. This book is launched in 3 locations: one in Delhi, next in Jaipur, and then in Singapore. So, welcome you all to this show of international fashion, and I hope you will be able to understand and appreciate the branding and the expertise and experience of Ms. Vandana. Welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir, for such a wonderful introduction given by you. Now we welcome you, ma'am, on the show.
Thank you so much for inviting me for this show, Mr. Nadeem and MGR Institute. I'm humbled to be here. And I'm very thankful that I got this opportunity to share my knowledge to all the students of your institute. And as Mr. Nadeem has mentioned that I have written a book on fashion, this is the book that I would like to show. This is very beneficial for all the designers who want to start their own business, anybody who wants to start their own business, because in that all the designers, how they have established themselves from beginning to end, it's all mentioned in this book. And you can introduce this book in your institute as well. It will be very beneficial for them. So now I will start that today we are talking about branding. So I would like to start and share my experience in the fashion business and most important steps to grow your fashion brand profitably. Launching the first collection of a fashion brand is just the initial step. It takes a lot more to sustainably grow it over time, requiring discipline and commitment. Every fashion entrepreneur needs to follow a few business aspects to make a brand successful. So you have started off your fashion brand. You may have your own store, maybe stock your collection at a number of boutiques or sell online. You have worked hard the last 6 months designing and then coordinating every aspect. Your first collection has been a reasonable success, though you had to negotiate hard with suppliers and boutiques as you are a new name in the crowded space of designers. So, how do you make sure you grow profitably? Here are some guidelines that you need to keep in mind if you wish to succeed in business. Remember, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of fashion brands ready to take your place if you fail. Competition is intense and customer loyalty is notoriously fickle. So I would recommend this plan and execute these steps for a successful fashion business. Main points are: keep a close eye on trends. Design for your core audience. Cost control. Marketing. Presentation and selling. Keeping tabs on sales, inventory, channels, and cash flow, and maintaining relationships. Next, we will talk about what are the fundamental components to be followed when you are starting a new brand. It is very important to define your brand. Consider these 3 core elements: vision statement, value proposition, and positioning statement. Please ask these questions to yourself. For vision statement, what do you want to achieve? What are your core values? How will your brand reflect this? A vision statement helps you focus and rally your team to achieve your business's overarching goals. Value proposition. For that, you need to ask, what value does your organization provide to customers that no one else can? Defining your unique value proposition allows your team to focus on One or two differentiators that make you stand out from the crowd and deliver the right thing to the right people. Positioning statement. How do you want to be perceived in the marketplace? Branding is about matching customer expectations with how your company wants to be perceived. Your positioning statement describes this balance. Your brand establishes firm ground on which to bring your company to life for customers. It makes it easier for your marketing, sales, and customer service teams to all speak with one consistent voice. This consistency across the customer experience is what breeds trust. Trust produces sales and encourages loyal repeat customers. There are three essential elements of a successful brand: consistency, community, and content. What is consistency? We need to be presenting consistent images and messaging to customers in each of your marketing channels, whether it be your website, social media, email, advertising, signage, or in the in store experience. Community. You can target customers that share the values, behaviors, and personality traits you have defined for your organization. A well defined and consistent brand experience allows you not only attract like minded customers but also like minded employees. Now you are creating a community. In this way, a strong brand clarifies how your organization or company behaves both externally and internally. Content. Now that you have a clearly focused brand, it's time to bring it to life. Content is the vehicle to achieve this. Good content allows you to interact with your community. You position yourself as their ally by sharing your expert knowledge through how to blogs, videos, webinars, infographics, ebooks, etc. A brand for now and the future. Ask yourself, do we still have the same pinpoint understanding of what our brand is? Are we presenting it consistently? Is our community growing and becoming more and more engaged? Is our content reinforcing our branding or diluting it? Hope this part is clear to all. Let's go to another important question.